it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We've got a free hockey pick to hand out. We've got a scorching hot weekend deal for you, 25% off the entire website with the code word parlay, Parlay. That's 25% off, and it ends Sunday at midnight. We're talking playoff hockey between the Golden Knights and the Canucks. Vegas, big favorites in this one, minus 217. Over under is 6.5. That's right. That's a lot of goals. Vegas in that high-flying offense, big favorites as they have been every game this series. However, this series is tied at 1 after Vancouver winning game 2 as huge underdogs 5-2. So, Scott, where are we leaning on this matchup after a big upset in that game?
Yes, it was a big upset, and you know that Vegas is going to respond here. But of course, laying a 2-1 favorite, never a real comfortable thing for, most guys don't like to bet those 200 favorites, and I certainly fall into that category. So you could look at the puck line in this one, but with the way Vancouver's been playing, they've been so competitive throughout this entire postseason. Of course, that's why they're here. And then for them to step up in a game like that and win game 2, 5-2. Now, again, it was a little bit closer than the final score would indicate, but still just a very impressive effort and hard to doubt them. So what I'm looking at here in this game is the total. And I know you mentioned there is some 6.5 out there. I think there's also still some 6, which of course would be a key number and a flat number that you'd rather land on if you can get that 6 in terms of playing the over, which is what I'm looking at in this particular matchup, because the Golden Knights, in their last 7 times that they are off of a loss, they've scored the game total in their next game has totaled at least 7 goals 5 times. And those 5 games actually averaged 8.4 goals a game. So what Vegas has been turning to when they're off a loss is generally a fired up offensive zone time and getting a bunch of goals. And they're certainly going to put a lot of pressure on Vancouver in this game. And things have been crazy out west in Edmonton and the other series that's going on between the Stars and Avalanche. We've seen a total of 25 goals scored in the 3 games. So that's an average of 8.3 per game. And when you look at Vegas and Vancouver, 6 of the games that Vegas has played under the bubble, 6 of the 10 games have totaled at least 7 goals. And then for Vancouver, 7 of their last 9 games have totaled at least 7 goals. So both of these teams, the key here, what's beautiful about playing an over when it's at 6 or even 6.5 is if you get each team to 3 goals, you can't lose because the game can't end 3-3. It's got to be at least 4-3. And in this case, I think we could see each team get to 3. Vancouver, 8 of 11 games, they've scored at least 3 goals. And Vegas, 7 of 10 times now under the bubble in Edmonton, they've scored at least 3 goals. And Vancouver, a young, talented team, especially the top line. They skate so well, a lot of speed, a lot of dangerous players up front. They should get their share of goals here, but Vegas is going to respond off that loss. And so I look for this one to go over the total and find its way over that big number again in game 3.
Usually a lot of scoring with the Golden Knights, and especially if you can get it at 6, that would be obviously optimal. As always, good stuff from
For
Scott.
sure.
That's going to do it for Golden Knights Canucks talk here on Picks and Parlays.